Hey, 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 welcome to the attic. I am Manadad, sitting on a treadmill, not walking on it. And I'm doing a quick draft today. Got plenty of time to discuss everything, although I think I'm going to keep it quick because we look at our top slot here, Blot Out the Sky, fantastic. We got a D-Spark, we got a Shadewing Laureate. I mean, this looks like we got Environmental Sciences. This is quite a stacked pack. We're going to wheel something good, Academic Dispute. But Blot Out the Sky is pretty highly rated mythic. Good win rate. Just make a bajillion 2-1 flyers is pretty good. And we can follow that up with Agonizing Remorse, Combat Professor. Spectre's okay. Lorehold Pledge Mage, Beam Defiance. Pass Caller, I think people are underrating right now. I think I'll just follow it up with the Combat Professor. I don't think the bots take the Combat Professor as high as they should. Although they do take it fairly high when I was looking at the stats. So here we got an Environmental Sciences Pack 3, which you rarely see against human players these days. Also got the Silver Quill Pledge Mage, the Unwilling Ingredient, the Silver Quill Campus, even a Lumimancer depending on what we end up doing. But we can go ahead and pick up a good lesson here. I like Guiding Voice. There's also Tezzeret's Gambit, which is interesting because you can play that in basically any color. I think you've all heard my speech on this, but essentially a colorless card, because Phyrexian mana can be paid with life. Maybe just take that. I don't know, Guiding Voice I hate to pass. But in white-black, if we do end up in white-black, there are a lot of ways to put counters on things. And we like to draw cards. And we could take an Owlin Shield Mage. We could take the Pest Summoning. Campus Guide, I'm less excited about. Looks like maybe the bots are trying to move us towards Prismari based on this pack. We still got an Owlin Shield Mage, which we can take there. So Exhilarating Elocution kind of works with Tezzeret's Gambit. Now, do I want to take it that early? We've also got the Inkcaster, which is a +1/+1 counter synergy card. I'm inclined to just take Make Your Mark here, or the Biblioplex Assistant. But I found this just 5 mana for a 2/2 to be very underpowered, even though it does put a +1/+1 counter when it comes down, including on itself. Yeah, I'm just inclined to take the Make Your Mark. And we can take the Expanded Anatomy. There's still a Learn card here in the pack. It's blue. Actually, there's two. There's a blue and a red. So it looks like we may have to really high pick the black and white ones going forward. I'm always happy to get a Beaming Defiance in my Silver Quill decks here. Even two. Now we got a Demogoth Woe Eater very late. We've got an Academic Dispute very late. This is our main original pack. Already got one Beaming Defiance. I don't necessarily need to high pick another one. If we pivot to black-green, we'd be happy to have the Quandrix Pledge Mage or the Woe Eater. Then here we have 0 Learn, and this is a good Learn card. And we could pivot to white-red, so I guess I'll take the Dispute. Really just a coin toss here. I guess Beaming Defiances, you can get as many as you want. One Silver Quill Campus is about the max I want to play in Silver Quill. Don't necessarily want to play any. Haven't really played Detention Vortex. I'm kind of with the crowd on that, saying it's just a bit terrible. Because a lot of these decks make big mana, so paying 3 is no problem later in the game. You can get a really fast deck. If we get a really fast deck, maybe we can play it. Dust Speaker, Claim the Firstborn, Tome Shredder. I guess I'll take one of these reds for yeah, we'll take Claim the Firstborn. And a Twin Scroll Shaman, I think. We want to protect green. We're protecting red at the moment. Bots seem to be giving us red. We might pivot to white-red. Maybe just splash Blot Out the Sky. We didn't really get a lot of good black stuff. So now we got Study Break. That's jumping out at me right away. I like the Shadewing Laureate. I like Plumb the Forbidden. I like Reduce to Memory. I like the Spiteful Squad. Okay. I like the Spirit Summoning. Okay. But Study Break, we definitely want to be white based on our picks so far. Get Inkling Summoning. That's pretty good. Found Necrotic Fumes to be pretty decent too. They're really good in the green-black decks and the Witherbloom decks. There's Counterspell, now in Modern. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Inkling Summoning. And so now we got a red Learn card. Got the Silver Quill Pledge Mage. There is a good chance I will pivot to red, so I guess I'll take this. And got another Academic Dispute. We got Introduction to Prophecy. Looks like the bots are taking the Learn cards pretty highly here, except for the red ones, so guess... Well, we wheeled that last time, so maybe we'll take Introduction to Prophecy and see if we can wheel Academic Dispute again. This is pick 4, however. Introduction to Prophecy kind of goes down, I think, because we've got a Tezzeret's Gambit, which draws us 2 cards for 3 mana, and it's going to proliferate us. So let's see about playing Lorehold. First day of class is like one of my least favorite learn spells. Access Tunnel could be interesting, although we're thinking of splashing black here. We've got to hunt for specimens in black, actually. Maybe I'll just take that. We've already got 1 Inkling Summoning. Not that you can't play 2, but I just I put it down in my priority. And there's a Guiding Voice. That's fantastic. That works with our Tezzeret's Gambit. Nice to see that late. Snow Day is really good. Enthusiastic Study is good here. Here's an Introduction to Prophecy. Also got a Lorehold Campus. It's looking like we might want to splash. There's Professor's Warning, which if we were definitely in Silver Quill, I would take. I think I'm going to take the Enthusiastic Study, though. Learn spells are just great. And we're seeing a lot of... Did we get a Twin Scroll? We got 1 Twin Scroll Shaman already. Double Beaming Defiance and the Enthusiastic Study with double Twin Scroll Shaman is definitely a plan here. Plumb the Forbidden or Spiteful Squad. Or the Star Pupil. We are going to want some small creatures here, and we have a +1/+1 counter theme kind of going. Although we don't want to build around the Tezzeret's Gambit too much. I'll take the Squad. Eager First Year is good. And maybe we should just take the General in case we do end up playing red. The red is definitely seeming like the open line here. Wow, last pick Snow Day. Okay, so you can get Snow Days very late from the bots. That's good, important things to know. Got the Dueling Coach. We got the Lorehold Pledge Mage. Got the Biblioplex Assistant. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about this pack. Got Duress. Guess I'm going to take the Lorehold Pledge Mage. Oh, Professor of Symbology is fantastic. Unlikely to be anything in this pack that we would take over. We do want this Enthusiastic Study. Oh, but the Rise of Extus, interesting. I I think I'm still going to take the Professor because I'm looking to be kind of an aggro Lorehold build here. Hopefully wheel that or the Enthusiastic Study. Show of Confidence is great for us. Or Igneous Inspiration. That's pretty good too. We need creatures, however. Just take the removal. Removal plus learn, it's hard to beat. I'm going to take that over the white card, although we might have wheeled it, right, if the bots are really not in red. And Stonerise Spirit or Pilgrim of the Ages or Defiant Strike. Wow, okay. Tricky, tricky. We're pretty short on 2-drops other than the Professor of Symbology and the Eager First Year. On the other hand, this Pilgrim can just smooth a lot of things out for a deck. I'm going to hope to wheel this Stonerise, I think. A lot of good stuff in that pack I'm going to hope to wheel. Okay, so now I think we're firmly red-white, so the pass collar is worth taking here. And Breakthrough's great. Question is, do we need good 2-drops? There's a good red 2-drop, which we don't have any red 2-drops yet. I think I'm going to take that over the Breakthrough. It's tough, tough. That Humiliate was nice if we were still going for Silver Quill. So now Thrill of Possibility is interesting. We don't have a lot of Magecraft. We got one Lorehold Pledge Mage. We'd probably rather just play a bunch of Twin Scroll Shamans, though, in these pump effects. Would we ever hit Explosive Welcome? Tricky, tricky. Could also play the Prismari Pledge Mage. It is red, however. I'm gonna go with the Twin Scroll Shaman deck here, and we get a Study Break this late. Wow. Now here's where we could maybe consider splashing in blue. Look at that. Pillar Drop Warden, Biblioplex Assistant. I like flyers. These will be good for +1/+1 counters too. A curve looking like here. I have a lot of 4-drops. I'm going to take this Assistant. And I'm going to... Let's forget about the Spiteful Squad, I think. Well, Spiteful Squad quite good with Twin Scroll Shaman deck. We got Illustrious Historian, we got another Enthusiastic Study. The triple Twin Scroll Shamans, this people can just get wrecked by this. Human Defiances are quite good too. Just depends on how much instant speed removal people are playing. Look at this, we got triple Twin Scroll, triple Enthusiastic Study. We could almost be mono red here. Pick the Stonerise Spirit. I don't know. We're not going to play any of these. Pick the Dragon's Approach. And sudden Breakthrough's great. Dragon's Approach. Okay, let's take a look at this deck here. So we actually maybe should have gotten more lessons, but anyway, let's cut the Detention Vortex. Guiding Voice is great. Academic Dispute is good. Claim the Firstborn we can cut. Make your mark on the bubble. Spiteful Squad, I think we're cutting here. I don't even think we need the Owlin Shield Mage. The question is, I mean, if we're playing Blot Out the Sky, which we have to scroll all the way down to see here, move that over to a... What are we playing this on? 5, probably most likely. Is it worth splashing black for Blot Out the Sky and the Owlin Shield Mage? I mean, we've got a return pass collar here. Could definitely be a 16 land deck. I don't even think we need these first day of classes. I'd like to not play the Blood Age General, where I guess we have plenty of creatures. I want to be heavier white here. Lorehold Pledge Mage. Do we even need that? We're going to have to make a lot of cuts. Huh. This is a bomb, for sure. We did get the environmental sciences, so we can probably go down to just one swamp. Does that wreck our mana too much? For our aggro. Well, I guess we're more of a mid-range plan, right? We're just trying to get a Twin Scroll Shaman down and get in a big hit with all our pump spells. These can function like removal if we can keep creatures around. Sudden Breakthrough is also could be black mana for us. So I guess it's worth keeping the Blot Out the Sky. Then I think maybe we do want to be aggro though. We'll cut those two. And would we even consider cutting the Past Collar is the question. We're white, we're red. Go down one white there. That means we have 8 white sources, 7 red sources. Pezzeret's Gambit. So we got +1 counters here. Anything else that gives +1 counters? It's the Expanded Anatomy, but we're going to be learning for that a lot. Probably good enough. Kind of get wrecked by opponents that have too much removal. Three cuts, this is hard. Maybe the Past Collar is just like a better Biblioplex Assistant, even though it's 6 mana. Yeah, we're not going to be getting to 6 mana that often, I think. Let's just cut the Past Collar. And Pilgrim's not necessarily what we want to be doing on turn 3. We might rather put this back in, the Blood Age General. How many spirits do we have? 3. These are not spirits, unfortunately. Oh. Study breaks are fantastic. Maybe we do just cut down, trim down on the Twin Scroll Shaman plan. Got the Biblioplex Assistant. This is like a 3-drop. Man, what can I cut here? I don't really want to cut a Beaming Defiance, but I think I will. I'll cut one Beaming Defiance. No, I really like the Beaming Defiance. I'm going to cut one Twin Scroll Shaman, one Enthusiastic Study. So we're not super relying on that. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. Make your predictions now. How many wins do you think this deck can get? I want to see it in the comments. No cheating. No looking ahead. I'll catch you in the game. Okay, here's our opening hand. We've got black mana. We don't have red mana. We don't have a creature. When you're aggro, you really don't want a mulligan. I mean, we can Study Break for an Inkling. I'm inclined to keep it. It's going to be a real waste of a Study Break if we don't draw into something. I'd rather burn off Academic Dispute if I can. Okay. Maybe we're just going to be playing control here. Valentine. 1/1 Menace Lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. When you do, you may pay 2. If you do, create a pest. Okay. Well, now we can dispute. I mean, we're not gonna be able to cast the Inkling this turn anyway, so let's just pass the turn. If they play a creature, we could Study Break. Not that it's gonna. That's probably a waste of the Study Break. I guess we'd rather Academic Dispute. Take 1. So far, this aggro deck is not super aggro. Wow, up against a promising Dusk Mage, eh? Let's go ahead and get our Inkling summoning. In case we don't draw a creature. My turn. Did not draw a creature. Let us summon an Inkling. Fortunately, can't protect it this one turn. Mage Hunter, okay. That's a positive, no blocks. Dude, that had Menace, so I don't think our opponent is maybe the best Magic player here. I can Combat Professor, start getting in. I'm going to get cracked back on. Or I could Study Break, hold up the Beaming Defiances, get Combat Professor down with Protection next turn. Plus we can Study Break here. There, Inkling Summoning, sure. Thank you for doing that before combat. Let's tap the Mage Hunter and the Dusk Mage. Take 1 from the Mage Hunter. We really got to draw a removal here. A willing ingredient, sure. Okay, well, luckily so far our opponent has not had removal. I can kill their Inkling, but I think we're just better off passing. Ooh, got Dramatic Finale. Yeah, okay, good. They're attacking with that Mage Hunter. Definitely hoping to get that Mage Hunter off the board here. Now they're holding up Beaming Defiance. They're going to turn the Mage Hunter into a creature, however. So, I block here. Sudden breakthrough. We'll lose a life from that. Go to 8. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Hold up Beaming Defiance. This Mage Hunter is definitely strong against our deck here. Can't kill any of their creatures, or they turn into 2/1 flyers, which we don't want. Necrotic Fumes will protect. Alright, they didn't want to attack. Got potential lethal in the air next turn if we can just survive here. We don't want to go down to 1. And we do not survive. Blood Age General's looking like a pretty good chump blocker here. Opponent's smart, they'll attack with Valentine. We can still do 9, however. Reduce to memory. Creature, red and white spirit creature token. No, we're going to take the damage for save that, I guess. However, then we do have a lot of pump spells still in our deck, however. Definitely messing with opponents. Okay, so we can't quite win here. So I'm just going to attack with the... Yeah, this is nice to have Pilgrim of the Ages. Opponent's probably going to all-out attack here, as they must. So they have 1 card in hand. How do we die? We can put the 2/1 in front of the 2/3, or there. We don't want them to get any flying blockers here. They can remove either of our flyers and we still win? No, we don't win because they're going to gain a life off of that. Do we risk them having the pump spell? I had some good rares here. Valentine, Dramatic Finale. Guess we'll go like this. And get back Pilgrim. Jump block again. Okay. They did not, however, get a flying blocker, and they did not get lethal. Oh, did it get exiled, though? Okay, well. Lethal? Got him. Tight game. Good match. It's the beginning of the month here, so rank means very little. Seems like a keeper. General on 2, Pilgrim on 3. Combat tricks to follow. Well, of course I draw this general like every game, right? It's my weakest card in my deck. I'd rather have pretty much any creature. Opponent off to a strong start with the Professor. They're environmental sciencing. I wonder if they're just a pile of good stuff. To take a hit from this Professor. Next turn we can have a better blocker for it. I want to trade and just get 2 for 1. Killian, yikes. Okay, I'd really like to draw something. We're not going to block here. We can't block Killian. I guess we could have kept that around. Maybe that would... They've almost definitely got pump spells, though. Definitely running up against some good aggro decks here. We might just want to race if they're taking a turn off here to environmental science. They are gaining 2 life. Problem with Killian is the lifelink. It's really hard to race against. Really need to draw my removal. Any day now. You're not removal. Study break. So I could defy that. Then they probably chump with their Professor. And I don't get another play. I think I just have to let this go. Down the Twin Scroll Shaman. We got a block on the Professor. This with Guiding Voice, though. Could be some good game. They've got a Pilgrim of the Ages, sure. The Relumimancer, yikes, okay. Oh, that's a sorcery. Guess I should have played it. On the defensive here. Opponent's pausing. I don't know what they've got. Maybe the +1/+1 indestructible. Already played land. Okay. What would I attack with here? There's no attacks. End turn. We can get the Twin Scroll Shaman. If we take all our opponent's hits, we can get the Twin Scroll Shaman up to 2, 3, 4, 7. It could do 14 damage. Trample. Not nearly lethal. Crushing Disappointment. Okay. Interesting they're playing that on their turn. For the land we know. Plus up the Twin Scroll Shaman. Could get Expanded Anatomy on it. I mean, I do have the Beaming Defiance here. Oops. Oh, that was a total misclick. Yikes. Alright, well, let's cast it. Get our swamp. Gain some life. Got distracted by my wife texting me. Alright, I'm going to attack with the 4/2 first strike. They're going to take it. Try to get them within range. They're building up for a big attack here with that Lumimancer. Luckily we can just throw the Pilgrim in front of it. Click summoning, sure. Attacking with Killian, okay. Alright. Well, they got some kind of trick. Let's put the Pilgrim... Huh. Well, no, they're gonna pump that. I think we want to kill Killian if we can. See what they want to do. Enthusiastic Study. Sure, do we think that's their only play here? We don't want to use our Enthusiastic Study because that's more... Okay, and another Enthusiastic Study. Hitting big with the Lumimancer, we might just be dead. We got a better version of our deck here. Okay, let's give him a nice for that. Alright, yeah. Alright. That's already up to a 19. It's got trample. We are just gone. Even if we had been able to plus our Twin Scroll Shaman, we were just out there. So let's keep it rolling. Another game. You can double tap on the right side of the screen on YouTube. Hot tip. To skip through things. I mean, I'll do some editing for you, but to get these videos up, I just mostly go by when I start and stop. Try not to have to edit too much. Again, we get this Blood Age General. Alright. At least we're going first this time. Another Lumimancer deck. Okay, good. They're not attacking. But we can essentially force them to block here. If we do that, we don't get to play a creature, though. Alright. See how they want to do this. I didn't think that through. Yeah, okay. We're kind of stuck on red here. Choked on red. Lorehold Excavation. Sure. Huh. But not to play the Inkling Summoning. That's good for us. Okay, so now we can Economics Dispute and Stonerise Spirit. Why don't we force you to block Mr. Lumimancer? We will get our own Inkling Summoning, probably? Or we just want Expanded Anatomy. We're going to have a flyer, so let's just get Expanded Anatomy. I'll attack. Force them to lose their Lumimancer. Stonerise Spirit down. Ageless Guardian. Interesting. Rarely see that card. Okay, another land. We can't double spell. Let's just plus up the flyer. May have been correct to play a red card that last turn just to, as we're stuck on red here. Inkling Summoning, sure. don't have a shock, or they probably would have used it. Okay, so I can Illustrious Historian and Study Break here. Would I want to Study Break with the Pledge Mage? Probably not. Let's just attack with the Stonerise Spirit. They'll probably take it. And Illustrious Historian. And let's try to through anything our opponent does, not to give away the thing. Claim the Firstborn. That's fine. Guiding Voice. Oh, this is going to be a blowout. Inkling summoning. Well, it likes to summon Inklings. Oh, did I? No, I didn't go to past attackers. Okay. We like to summon Inklings too, right? Don't need to get our black mana for sure. No blocks, take 3. Better than taking 8. Additional. Better than taking 11. We got a Pilgrim of the Ages, eh? Yeah, and we can't do anything more than single spell. Tezzeret's Gambit might let us do more than single spell. No, not quite. Sorcery speed. I think we do want to get creatures on the ground. An Inkling summoning and get in with the Stonerise Spirit and the Pledge Mage. We got to worry about the crackback here. Guess our Illustrious Historian is a decent chump blocker. Take 5 is what we're looking at, maybe 6 here. We can trample through with one of these. I'm on the no blocks plan still. Gain a life. Okay, well, Study Break is pretty darn good. Study Break, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be lethal. Do you have interaction, opponent? Good game. Like they do not. Back in for 10. Make your mark. Okay. Just getting their quest done. Xaxes. Gotta love those study breaks. Gotta love them. Oops, hit record a bit early. See, I gave you that skip tip. Look, we're matching up pretty fast here in the quick draft. Like a lot of aggro decks. Keeper. Sure. This illustrious historian has a lot riding on it. Good thing is people don't like to kill it because of its ability to come back. And opponent has had to mulligan. Okay, we are flooding out here. Fluden. Okay. Well, that's a target for Igneous Inspiration if I ever saw it. Let's get a creature. Grinning Ignis, sure. So if they block here, that's going to put us off our Inkling summoning. They do not, however. More than enough lands for our deck. No blocks. Hit for 2. Fuming Effigy. Okay. Interesting. I said I've got more than enough lands. Huh. Beam Defiance doesn't save this. First Strike saves this, okay. We're gonna lose this race here if we can't draw some action. Opponent's running Twin Scroll Shaman. They've probably also got a lot of combat tricks and things. Okay, uh-oh. Past Caller? No, just replaying the Ignis. They're going to storm off. Nope. It's just replaying it to get a blocker. I think I just want to attack with the 2/1 here. Really want to save these combat tricks to actually remove some creatures of opponent. Do I get the removal? Make your mark on it. Okay. Play it as a blocker. Oh, first day of class. Nice. This is like the most I've seen an Ignis played, and it's a good card, for sure. Okay, this Introduction to Annihilation could be good. I'm not gonna cast it this turn though. Blot Out the Sky. Well, if I'm going to flood out, I guess that's a pretty good card to draw. I mean, look, I've even got a treasure here. Question is if I just bust it this turn, or if I get greedy and wait till I got one more mana. I think I'm probably just going to bust it this turn. One, two, three, four, five, six. Probably actually should have just done it for 4 and held up Beaming Defiance. See, can they do 10? Enthusiastic Study, okay. Pretty good. It's not instant, right? We can do 8 so far. Ah! Nice. Just got us. Should have held up the Beaming Defiance. Tough loss, tough loss. That was the 2 points that we needed. Got greedy. Greedy Maridi. Oh, we're already matched up. Only red mana, yet we can draw. Could be a rough hand if we're up against yet another aggro opponent. What are you, Rando 361? Hopefully you're slow. No Quandrix so far, no Prismari so far. Everybody playing low to the ground. Well, Blot Out the Sky, that's rough. Leech Fanatic, sure. Study Break would be good. I might have to Enthusiastic Study just to get my lesson to go get some mana. Go get a Plains here. Dusk Mage. Yep, I call my bluff there. I'm not going to trade my Twin Scroll Shaman. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Let's get Environmental Sciences. This time I actually want it. We get cracked back on hard here. People playing the Dusk Mage today. Oh, now we get the white mana. Schmurgle Flurgle. Good combo here. Would you like to take 6, opponent? Next turn, Environmental Science, hold up Study Break, maybe? I don't know if I even want a Gambit here. Might need my 2 life. Unwilling Ingredient, huh. Smells like a trick. No blocks. Okay. That's Guiding Voice here. What might they have? One other creature. I'm going to be able to get probably a lot of 2 1s. So if they have the thing that makes their guy indestructible, Standard Anatomy doesn't quite kill it. Let's just get in with the Combat Professor. We'll Environmental Science for our swamp. We'll hold up the Steady Break. Okay, they had nothing. I think they got stuck on color there. What it looked like to me. Alright. We're at 2 losses, so any game can be our last here. I think this deck should be able to get at least 4 or 5 wins, but of course we lost that one game. A very close call of tapping out for the Blot Out the Sky. So, doing our part to lower the win rate of Blot Out the Sky. Alright, seems alright. This Shaman can survive. Go with white mana first. Don't like the Academic Dispute getting triggered. Green, black, of course. When I was looking at the stats for Quick Draft, it looked like number 1 Silver Quill, number 2 was Mondrix, I think, and number 3 was Witherbloom for the Quick Draft. Oh, well, they definitely know we've got something here because of the thing. Pilgrim of the Ages, yeah. Make sure we get our land drop next turn. Also help us with any removal. Will they pay the 2 life? They do not. Yeah, I'll make that trade. Spined Karak. That's a tricky one. Nope, don't tap me like that. Don't tap me like that. I'm gonna go ahead and Guiding Voice here. If they don't have removal, we can just really nail them. This also makes it a blocker for the Karak. Oh, Beaming Defiance. This is fantastic. So yeah, let's force them to block. With the Witherbloom Apprentice. We'll decline to give it reach. Go get... Huh. I want an Inkling Summoning in this game. There's no... So far, no flyers on the opponent's side. They could easily have those green reach creatures. I don't have any need to get black mana. Look at the Inkling Summoning. Now, if the opponent tries to double block, which they very well might, we've got a nice trick for them. No, they were just content to let their apprentice die. It means they didn't have the give death touch thing. Okay, they're gonna abandon enemy. No blocks. You know what though? I can attack through that. That's what's pretty cool about this here. If I plus up the Twin Scroll Shaman, that's a 4/5. So yeah, that attacks through. I could even force it to block and go learn. Yeah, let's do that, I think. I will be sad if they have removal. Master Symmetrist, okay. Wow, Study Break. Pretty good. Just all attack here. Make some mana. And I don't want to hold up the Beaming Defiance, but we're just gonna get down the Illustrious Historian. I want to just keep playing beefy creatures on the ground. Enthusiastic Study is ridiculous. Do I just have them here if I Study Break, however? That's 8. 11. Yeah. Decline. I'll attack. Good game. Victory. Ranking up. You're early in the month. It is the 1st as I record. Maybe a bit later as you watch because I have a video already coming out tomorrow that's pretty good. One I was thinking might be my last draft video for the whole format. But who knows, maybe I'll post this one, and then the one I did that's posting tomorrow on the 2nd won't be the last one. You know all this, you're in the future. No red mana. Guess the shuffler is not a fan of us today. I think we can keep it though. Got plays. Leech Fanatic is a rough one to see. Oh, it's got some cool lands. Look at that. Ooh. They're holding up the 2 mana. That means they might have big play or something. Yeah, let's just attack. I'm not going to be able to cast a thing this turn anyway. We can Study Break them here. Perfect. And they played a creature before combat. This is why you don't do that, kids. Give me some environmental sciences, please. Okay. Go get a red. I don't know if it's correct to attack there. Probably wasn't. I get fooled by losing that extra point of damage. Okay, Blood Researcher. Well, we probably wouldn't want to block. We're going to force a block on the Blood Researcher. Hey, a black mana. Blood Researcher, you shall block. Let's get... Huh. Bandit and enemy? You have the Twin Scroll Shaman. Take action, please. The risky keep. We're definitely on the back foot here. Eye twitch. Annoying. Snakeskin Veil. Pre-combat. Weather the Storm, yeah. Yeah, really glad we got rid of that Flood Researcher. It's at 30 life, attacking for 7. Do we chump block the 4/4? Next turn we can play the Twin Scroll Shaman Guiding Voice. Not great. Twin Scroll Shaman with Beaming Defiance. Still don't get a good block on the Honor Troll. We get a good block on the Leech Fanatic. Every chance their deck has more combat tricks and things. Oh, they got infused with Vitality, okay. Luckily, the Death Touch didn't work. Tezzeret's Gambit. Not really happy to see you right now, Tezzeret. Really want this sudden breakthrough to be able to hit. I guess I can get down another Twin Scroll Shaman. I think we want a Guiding Voice, the Inkling Summoning. And then do we just hope they don't have removal? We can make a super uber awesome Twin Scroll Shaman. We can make an Inkling. Alright, let's make the uber awesome Twin Scroll Shaman. We're kind of behind the 8 ball here. They could infuse with Vitality once again. Hitting for 8 is something. Still not down below 25. Here's the removal. Okay. Well, good game. Oh. Not dead yet. Flying in for 1. Ah, another mountain. That's good. That is quite good. Get down another Twin Scroll Shaman. We can do that and Inkling Summoning. Guess that's probably the most mana efficient. I don't mind Illustrious Historian as a chump blocker, however. Demogoth. They could have the trample spell. So we'd like to be able to block Demogoth with that Twin Scroll and use Sudden Breakthrough. We'd like to not spend our red mana here. What happens if I do that? Yeah, okay. Pass the turn. Back the eye twitch, thankfully. What are they gonna go get though? Possibly a removal spell. In which case we're in deep trouble. No, just pass summoning. Just. Tangle Trap. Okay. Interesting main deck opponent. Just the Woe Eater, perfect. Block. Combat Professor's pretty good here. If I attack with the Twin Scroll Shaman, they could block with everything. I kill the Honor Troll. Yeah, they'd still lose everything, so this is good. Good attack. And I think we'll keep the treasure around. Another chump blocker. Thank goodness they burned their Tangle Trap before I got the Combat Professor. Although, where there is one, there could be others. Gaming Defiance is so nice to have here. I could play Tezzeret's Gambit for blue. Let's do it. We'll play it with blue thanks to that treasure. See what we draw. No, we definitely want that to get a counter. Pretty big threat. They can just chump it though. Not holding up the Beam Defiance if I play one of these. I feel like I still need to though. We can fade removal one more turn here. Up to their 5 mana. They got Introduction to Prophecy. Igneous Inspiration. I want to save that. If I play this, I might have an attack with the Lorehold Pledge Mage, I guess. How they took it. Get him to 25. What good is that? I think I'll just get down the Twin Scroll Shaman. Or maybe I just get back the Pilgrim of the Ages at the end of the turn. Guess that's my play. because that's something I can loot away. Need to hold up Beaming Defiance because they could easily draw into removal here. Brackish Trudge, yeah. Okay. Don't have enough to double down on these things. As well get in with the Twin Scroll Shaman. Resolve. Damage. Let's Igneous Inspiration on the old Leech Fanatic. And card the Pilgrim. Do we draw anything good? We drew a Blood Age General. Professor Onyx, holy camole. Yeah, that's killing my Twin Scroll Shaman. There's nothing I can do about that.
The essence of life is inseparable from the essence of death. It was going to die eventually anyway.
Do they care to attack with the Honor Troll? Brackish Trudge. Well, I just kill that. Another land. Combat Professor. Definitely hitting Professor Onyx. And then the question becomes, do I attack with the Lorehold Pledge Mage? Kind of need it. That's not a spirit, that's not a spirit. So I'll attack with the Illustrious Historian at face. It was a 6-mana removal spell, but it did remove my thing with Beaming Defiance in my hand, which is rough indeed. Another Twin Scroll Shaman down here. Bring Main Servant. Opponent has got the life gain, for sure. I'll let them bring back the Trudge with their hand. Enthusiastic Study. Now there's a good card for us. Let's plus up the Twin Scroll Shaman. Get in with that. And the Lorehold Pledge Mage. And the Combat Professor. It's a battle. It's a battle for the ages here. They bring down the Trudge, that's probably a good sign. Dusk Mage, sure. Ground is getting very clogged. Leech Fanatic, annoying. Ringmane Servant, really? I probably want to loot next turn. Getting a 3-2, not that exciting. Might draw a land. I guess if I get a land, I'll loot that. Alright. Perfect, got a land. Let's take out the Leech Fanatic. Loot a land, please. Academic Dispute. Okay, well we could force them to block. What do we want to force them to block? Target a creature. Honor Troll. Decline. Decline. Got him down to 20. Back to the old starting life total. Okay, Bracket Stretch. What do I want to plus up? Guess the Twin Scroll Shaman? Get this double out of the Enthusiastic Study now. Keeping the Lorehold Pledge Mage back for Brackish Trudge block. And the Blood Age General as a backup to that. Huh. I think I'm still going to burn the Enthusiastic Study here. Loot. Into yet another land. Should I drop that land to get the Pilgrim back? I guess I should have. Just thought of that now, after I passed the turn. Village Rights. Oh, okay. Desperate. Cultivate. Not helpful. Unless they've got some... We'll play that 5/5. We still got quite a bit of damage we can do in the air. Trying, okay. Good game. Wow. A little bit of an anticlimax there. What a battle. What an epic battle. Alright, I told you this deck could get to 5 wins. That is 5 wins, right? 5 wins. Keep it rolling. Ah, another one of these monocolor type hands. Guess I'll keep it. Well, that's a nice rip off the top. I think I have to go try to get my... Nope, I don't have to go try to go get my red mana. Never mind. What do I want? Inkling Summoning? Got the Combat Professor. They're Quandrix here. We could try to beat him fast. Alright, let's try to beat him fast. They're ramping like the Dickens here. Enthusiastic Study. Edge it for 4. Might have been better to Guiding Voice Blood Age General there, I don't know. Field Trip. More ramp. Nice. Hope all they got is ramp. Reckless Amplimancer. Like a Guiding Voice. Go get an Inkling. That's maybe my play here. See if they want to try the double block. I have to try to beat him in the air with the Combat Professor and the Inkling, I think. And the Enthusiastic Studies. Because they can certainly tap out for a huge fractal. No blocks. Huh. Combat Professor actually lets us attack in with the Professor of Symbology, but then we don't have a good block with it. We could Enthusiastic Study. And then we can't do anything else, though. I guess we just need to get the Combat Professor down. Yeah, they have to block. Otherwise, they'll be at 8. They thought about that, I guess. I really need another black mana, so I guess we'll get down the plains. Biomathematician. Biomathematician. Opponent's got a good start here. We just had a really fast start, too. So we got 3, 4, 5, 8 in the air. Man. No blocks. A red off the top. Academic Dispute can force them to lose their Amplimancer. Oh yeah. Can force them to lose their Amplimancer. And go gain 2 life and get another mountain. Do you want it to gain a reach? Take action. The Professor. Environmental Sciences. Mountain. Mountain. Floodage General. Okay, they're coming in hot. How do we lose this? Four, 8, 10. 11. This plus the 2 enthusiastic studies should be enough. Do I just chump the 4/4? Hope they don't play a flyer blocker? Or do I go for a trade or a kill? Try the trade. Split the difference. Tough decision here. We got a bunch of pump spells. Square up, okay. They saved their guy. Biblioplex Assistant. Shouldn't matter because these give trample. Do have to attack with the Inkling. Enthusiastic Study. Play Swamp. And Enthusiastic Study. They're out of cards. Yep. That was a race for sure. Alright. We've somehow managed to claw our way back to the final battle. The final boss. 6 and 2. Will this be a trophy deck? Did you predict it? Oh, my noble viewers. Big shout out to anyone who subscribes, likes, leaves comments. Very helpful. Small channel. Much appreciated. Here we go. Up against Namboto. Come on, Shuffler. Oof. Didn't I say come on, Shuffler? I gotta keep it. I mean, look, the Professor of Symbology play here. Gonna be rough, though. All our black mana. Shuffler. Yeah, I think still gotta get Environmental Sciences. Don't need to play it necessarily. Ooh, Blood Researcher though. Let's attack with the Professor. Yeah, they ain't blocking. Get down the old Pilgrim. Pilgrim. They don't even know we have red. Oh, red's Menace. That was probably a bad attack. We could Guiding Voice get an Inkling Summoning. Could Guiding Voice get a Anatomy. I'd have to risk it, I think. 4-3. They do want to trade the Zoomancy, okay. So be it. I mean, it was a 2-for-1 there. In a lot of ways. Tenured Incaster, look out. That's a combo. Got it out of range of our removal, too. Okay, so we are totally on the racing plan, and we have only one creature. Let's go get a mountain. That's going to be a 5/5. They don't do some shenanigans. Okay, now it's going to be a 6/6. Yeah, we just did. We don't have anything to deal with that. Okay, good game. Scroll Shaman. Have to hope they don't have any more removal left. No attacks. What have they got in here? Professor of Zoomancy's back in their hand. I got a double block on the Blood Researcher. I got no choice here. Block. Blot Out the Sky. Little slow. Blot Out the Sky. So let's lower the win rate of Blot Out the Sky, I guess. Alright, well, you know, when you face Nemboto, weren't we playing against them before? When you face people in the final battle, you got a good deck, and we did not get a good draw there, but a very respectable, earning back our gems, 6-3. Twice as many wins as losses. And got a pack. Let's see what we get in our packs here. Hey, a Time Warp. Nice. Mythic. Thank you for joining me in the attic. I know almost none of you are still watching, statistically. Another Mythic. Wow. I guess I'm about 4 of on all the gold cards here, so we're just hitting all Mythics. Look at this. Here's your Quandrix. Pretty good, pretty good. That's what I like to see. Mythic wildcard. Yeah, most of you aren't watching, but those of you who are probably sleeping. But anyways, I appreciate you all. Huge shout out to the likes, subscribers, commenters. Open out the small channel, increasing vengeance. Nice. Alright, well that does it for this quick draft. Thank you for joining me in the attic. Remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.